This video, let's build the easiest Minecraft Bedrock 1.19 raid farm. These are all the items you're gonna need to build this farm. You can make a screenshot and stop the video if you want to. The first thing that you want to do in order to build this raid farm is to find yourself one of these pillager outposts. It doesn't matter in which biome this pillager outpost is, the only thing that matters is the distance to the next village. This should be 80 blocks or more. Also, if you're liking these kind of tutorials, then please subscribe to this channel. This would help me very much and I appreciate all your support. Thanks, and let's move on to the video. Now, once you found yourself a pillager outpost, what you want to do is to get rid of this exact chest and this stair. Then you want to fill in these 5 blocks so you have a clean platform. Next, you want to come to one of the pillars and you want to connect the pillar with one of the other 2 pillars that are next to it, looking something like this. And then you want to come to the same pillar again and connect it to the other pillar. It should be looking something like this. Now you just want to fill in this whole glass pane layer. This glass pane layer should now be looking something like this and should connect all 4 wooden pillars. Now what you want to do is to get about 30 blocks away from the center of this platform. So now as you can see, we're on Z negative 924. So in this direction I go to about Z negative 950 or something like this. And then as you can see, there are already pillagers spawning. If this is the case for you, then what you want to do is to fulfill the next step. Now once you got some pillagers spawning, it doesn't matter how many, what you want to do is to get rid of all glass panes, excluding the 4 that surround the pillagers. As the next step, you want to swap out all the 4 blocks that are below the glass panes, so below the pillagers as well, with other blocks. You can choose which ones. And as you can see now, we can kill all the pillagers. And now you can destroy the 4 glass panes as well. What you want to do next is to tear down the entire pillager outpost. To be clear, you want to destroy everything above the base layer, so everything above this layer should be cleared out. But make sure that you don't destroy the 4 marking blocks and maybe leave the layer around as well. Once you're finally finished with destroying this entire thing, we can start with the next step, with the actual building process of the farm. And the first thing you want to do is to come up to this thing. Maybe you want to stack up some blocks so that you can easily access this. And now we want to build ourselves a trident killer below this thing. And what you want to do is to come down by 2 layers and you want to finish this wall layer around. Then after doing this, you want to place pistons like this. It should always be on the left side of the whole thing and like this. Now come to the outside and place redstone torches at this exact side of all 4 pistons. Now you want to make sure that you're facing the redstone torches and then place observers. And of course you want to repeat this at all 3 other redstone torches as well, so that you have a nice clean pattern looking something like this. Next you want to place a 4x4 platform as a floor for this trident killer. And after doing this, we can finish up the whole thing by creating a small storage system. In order to do this, you want to come down by 2 blocks. You want to make sure that you are below one of the 4 center blocks, so looking something like this. Then place a double chest at the side of this block. You want to destroy the block and place a hopper at the side. Then destroy this block again and place a rail on top. Then finally a minecart with hopper on top and you can break the rail. Now if you want to, you can expand the storage system by placing a double chest below the other double chest and place a hopper next to it like this. Now make sure that you have exactly 40 scaffoldings. You want to go to one of the sides of the trident killer, face the observer, place 1 and then stack up your final 39. Then at the side of the piston next to the scaffolding stack, you want to place a lever and you want to flick it 2 times. This should create a redstone clock and you can flick this off by flicking the lever again. Next, take yourself a locator map. You want to open it and then you want to make sure that you're facing the southeast side. So this would be south and this would be east and this is the southeast side. And in this corner there is this exact block. This is the block where all pillagers will be spawning on. You want to destroy the other 3 that are left. After doing this, you want to stack up 2 layers as a wall. You want to use any block that you want and then add 1 layer of leaves all the way around. Also place a glass block 1 block above the spawning block like this. Then place a temporal block right here and you want to place 4 leaves again like this. Then destroy the temporal block and our whole system should for now be looking something like this. Now come up the scaffoldings. Then what you want to do is to recreate the 4x4 pattern down at our trident killer with blocks up here. Make sure that the borders are aligning with the borders of the 4x4 platform below. Next, we want to create a trident killer right here as well. So place 4 pistons like this that come to the outsides. Place redstone torches right here, here, and of course there, and at this piston as well. Then you want to come to the inside again and place 4 observers all facing the redstone torches. This is very important again. Now add your lever at the outside at the piston that is next to our scaffolding stack. Flick it 2 times and then flick it off. And now what you want to do is to throw in your trident. Of course, we forgot doing that at our trident killer below. So open it for now, throw in the trident, and of course close it up again. At this point, I also recommend swapping out these 2 blocks for glass blocks. So as you can see, we can now see into our trident killer and we can see what's going on and if there are pillagers spawning. Now at the trident killer above, what you can do is to create a platform for you just by placing some leaves. You want to make sure that you don't place anything else than leaves, because leaves are blocks where the raid mobs can't spawn on. As you can see, I created this 3x4 platform. You can do this with any size. And then what you want to do is to place 2 glass blocks on top of the piston and the observer that are next to the scaffolding, and then finish up the layer by placing regular blocks. This should be looking something like this. Now what you want to do is to add 17 more layers to this pillar. Now of course, after building the tower, what you want to do next is to create a second storage system for this up here. By the way, this machine down there is to get you the effect. This will kill the pillagers with banners, and then the normal raid mobs will drop down right here. And the storage system we now will be building is our main storage system. In order to do this, you want to come down the scaffoldings by some blocks. Then you want to take one of the middle center 4 blocks, which means these 4 blocks. And then what you want to do is to take 2 blocks, place them like this. If you want to, you can create a small leaf platform. Of course, make sure that you just build them out of leaves, otherwise it won't work with the farm. And then you want to place a double chest right here, and you want to destroy this block and swap it with a hopper. Then on top of the hopper you can place a rail, and on top of this rail place the minecart, then destroy the rail, and now you should have this full storage system. Again, you can expand this by just placing double chests below. You could do this with as many as you want, and at the side you want to place hoppers. Now come up the tower again, and then come to one of the corners and extend out by 3 blocks. Then do the same thing at the opposite corner as well, and now you want to connect both of these lines. After doing that, fill in the entire platform. Then at the outer border you want to create a wall that is 7 blocks high. So that would be the first layer, and you want to do this with 6 more. Now we're almost done with the entire farm. Now come to your hole and you want to place 2 signs right here, 1 right there. This should cover the entire hole. When we place water like this right here, none of the water should flow down. After doing this, leave out 1 layer, and then you want to place 2 signs right here, and you want to place 2 more signs at the side. Then place 2 signs right here as well, and 2 more right there. Your entire pattern should look something like this. You want to have 3 signs right here to stop the water from moving. Then you want to have 4 signs at this layer, and you want to have 2 signs right here and 2 signs right there at this layer. Because now when we take ourselves a lava bucket and place it in the corner right here, all these signs should stop the lava from moving and everything should be fine like this. Now on top of your wall, what you want to do is to create 1 layer of leaves. Now to the last step. What you want to do is to come to the bottom of our spawning platform, count down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks, and place 2 blocks at the 7th block. Then you want to place a bed on top. You want to place 2 leaves on top of the bed. You want to destroy the blocks below. You want to place 4 glass blocks like this. Then you want to place a temporal block right here as well, and you want to place again the same 4 glass blocks, second layer on top, and then a layer of leaves all on top. Of course, you want to make sure that you destroy the block before, and you want to leave open this side because now you want to get a villager inside. In order to do this, the first thing I recommend to do is to drop down some scaffoldings at this exact position. Once you're done doing this, drop down and take 1 villager from your nearest village or villager breeder. You want to put the villager inside a boat and you want to use a lead on this boat. Then climb up the few blocks and you want to climb up the scaffolding like this, and the villager should get transported all the way to the top. Now just take back your lead, destroy the boat, and now wait until the villager jumps on top of his leaves. Maybe use some water to help him. Now you want to make sure that your entire glass cage is finished, and you want to make sure that you have leaves on top of everything. I recommend leaving all the scaffoldings. Raid mobs can spawn on top of scaffoldings in Bedrock Edition, and we can use this for maintenance for later. To activate the farm, first make sure that your difficulty is on hard. Then climb up the scaffolding to the first trident killer, activate it, so flick the lever. You want to make sure that you have a trident inside, and then go all the way up to our AFK platform. This is our AFK platform, and here you want to activate the trident killer as well. Now just wait until the first pillager captain spawned down there to give you the effect, and once this happens, your farm will start working. Now as you can see, the raid will start. As you can see, there is the sound. All the mobs will drop down right here. As you can see, you will automatically get all the experience once you're just standing in front of the glass. And if you want to, you can access all the loot on top of this platform by just entering the chest. We already got some emeralds, an enchanted crossbow, a sword and arrows. Of course, the longer you wait, the more items you'll get and the better the items are. With this farm, you will be able to get a lot of totems of undying, you will get a ton of experience, and there will be a ton of other items like enchanted books as well. I hope that this tutorial helped you for your survival world, and if it did, then don't forget to subscribe, share this video with your friends, please join my Discord server, link is in the video description, and I hope you see us again in the next video. See ya!